See, I told you. I'm back, huh? I'm Bubba Brewski. I play all the games, okay? I'm back. Bob. What? Who said that? You know you're the backup tonight, right? What? Backup? Who said? I'm not no backup, huh? I put my fist back up your ass. You ready? Here we go. It did it. I don't believe it.
Let's go Panthers! Let's go Panthers! Let's go Panthers! Let's go! Go!
Puck drop. And 3, 2, 1.
Let's go Panthers! Let's go Panthers! Let's go Panthers! Let's go! Go!
All right, Panther fans, here we go. Pittsburgh won today. Buffalo won today. The Islanders play basically at the same time as we do. But we're just going to have to, at this point, close our eyes to the scoreboard. Forget everything that's happened. Just forget it all. There's 3 games. 5 points, you're in. 6 points, you're the 7 seed, and you're either getting the Canes or the Devils. Forget what everybody else is doing. It's 3 games. That's it. So, Bubba Brewski is back, but he's backing up Alex Lyon today. I am interested to see how Lyon does with Bob backing him up. All the other times Lyon has been in, we haven't had anybody else to play. So it'll be interesting to see if he views that as more pressure, less pressure. I suspect I'm going with 5-3 Panthers, okay? I suspect you might see the Capitals actually come out, take a lead, and then I expect the Panthers to do the to have one of those second periods. We'll put it that way. That's how I'm going to lay it out there. I don't think this is going to be a game where they're just going to lay down and we're going to roll all over them. Washington has a lot of good players. They're a proud team. All right, it's the first time in how long they're not making the playoffs. They're kind of sensing that, you know, the whole Ovechkin run might be coming to an end. They're going to try to reload, I'm sure, but, you know, in the especially in the Atlantic, but in the Eastern Conference as a whole, it's competitive, man. It's a really, really difficult time for, you know, like next year, the Atlantic could easily have 7 teams that get 90 or more points. They almost got it this year. If the Wings and Senators had just won a few more games, we'd have had 7 teams over 90 points. So, all right, no Sam Bennett again. So we got the same lineup. That's fine. We just keep throwing it out there. The pressure is there. I know some people might think this is going to be a little bit of a trap game. I'm not feeling that. I think it's especially helpful that Pittsburgh and Buffalo already played and already won. Also, the Canes lost, and I believe it was in overtime, so I still think they got a point. That's not helpful for us because with them losing, it's possible, almost highly likely now that the Canes are going to at least need a point or 2 in that final game against the Panthers if they want to keep first place. So that last game, luckily they're at home. I don't expect the Leafs to give us too much trouble because they're locked into their 2 seed, and I doubt that they're going to want to match our physicality. But that final game against the Canes is going to have so much riding on it. All of the different matchups could depend on how that game goes. So let's get in, get out, stay healthy, 2 points. All right, so no score after 1. It kind of shoulda, woulda, coulda almost been 1-0. Kachuk had a goal called back. For purposes of not wanting to argue with any possible Capital fans that watched the video, I guess it was a high stick. Personally, I think it was really, really close. They called it a goal. I'm pretty consistent about whatever team, whatever situation it is. If it takes that long to review and you can't tell, the call on the ice should stand. But there's angles that made it look like it was high. There's angles that make it look like it wasn't. It's no score. It is what it is. We got to stay out of the box. The refs are not really going to help us out here tonight. We had 2 interference penalties. I didn't see the first one on Kachuk because I'm stuck watching the Capitals feed, so I didn't see if Bally's showed that one. We got to play smart. We got to play harder. Washington's not just going to come out here and let us win, okay? We need to come out, second period, get 2 or 3 goals, then Washington will be... The Ovechkin's not even playing. Let's stop making this that difficult. Let's get 2. Hey. It's 2-2 after 2. They're gonna make us work for... Jeez. The stress of this season is killing me. Washington gets out to a 1-0 lead. We tie it. We get another goal. We take a 2-1 lead. And Washington ties it back up. 2 really, really poor defensive plays. The first one was Duke getting beat down the middle, and then Mark Stahl not covering his man at the side of the net. And then the next one was just a perfect pass to Tom Wilson, who somehow managed to win the race with Gustav Forsling to get in front of the net. And it's 2-2. So we have not played all that well. We do not look like we have our energy. We just don't look all that great. So if we could come out into the third period and put it into high gear, all right, the game is still there. We actually have outscored them 4-2, but we had yet another goal get called back on a high stick. That one was no question a high stick. So play the game that we've been playing. Lyon looks good. The defense is a little bit sketchy today, but Washington wants this game for whatever freaking reason, and we're just not playing with the intensity that we need. We need to pick it up. Let's finish this off. Whew! Oh my God. 2 points! Yeah! Oh, I hadn't won a one like that in a long time. Oh, that was close, people. That was really, really, really too close for comfort. 'Cause I don't know about you, but as that clock's ticking down and you're starting to see 8 minutes and 7 minutes and 6 minutes, and you're starting to realize this looks an awful lot like Game 2 against the Lightning last year, and you're just playing, oh God, please, no, we can't. And Matthew Tkachuk, who looked like he had almost kind of gotten hurt, and he was slow getting up, so he didn't get off the ice. The puck goes off the boards, and he says, what the hell, and he throws it at the net, and it might have been deflected by Barkov. I'm not 100% sure, but right now it's Tkachuk's goal. I believe that would be his 40th goal, so congratulations to you, brother. Oh, boy. Because we ain't getting any help anywhere else. Okay, Islanders winning, Pittsburgh winning. Everybody's winning. All right, even the Sabres won. I'm not sure. I don't think they're eliminated yet then, right? I think they can still make it. I'm not sure. We knew we needed to go at worst 2-0-1. I was not interested in tonight being the one because we got the Leafs and then we got the Canes, and the Canes are going to need points in that game against us. They're going to kind of get to pick who they play in the playoffs, right? Because the Canes might be in a position where if they let us win, they get the Rangers and we get the Devils. It's why would they want to do that, right? Exactly. So they may be playing simply just to avoid the Rangers. It's crazy. We've won 6 in a row. And Alex Lyon. That's all I can say to Alex Lyon. Now, he was not hugely tested tonight, except for one particular spot in the second period where I believe it was Milano got loose right in front of him, and Milano had time to make pancakes and decide where he wanted to shoot the puck. There was nobody around him. He was all alone, and Lyon just stood his ground and got him with the glove. And that save could easily be why this team makes the playoffs. Unbelievable. So, we'll come back Monday. But obviously, we're going to be rolling with Lion. And at this point, you roll with Lion until if and when, and hopefully not, the wheels come off. Now, what in the podcast, I do a Monday through Friday podcast. In the podcast I do for the members and the Patreon supporters, I talked about Bennington and who else, and Matt Murray. And I laid out where those guys statistically and how they had just come out of nowhere, right? They came out of nowhere and then basically their first time at the dance and won cups. And their numbers in their run when nobody could figure out how to beat them are eerily similar to what Alex Lyon is throwing out there right now. So I don't want to get too far ahead of us because we still need to win these last 2 games. We need to at least get 3 points in the 2 games and that a clinch. But every once in a while, man, the hockey gods sprinkle some magic on any particular team, and why not us? Why not? Okay? Why not us? So you guys know I do the streams. Somewhere about 6 minutes, 7 minutes into the third period, I just started lifting. I did a lot more lifting tonight because we've decided now that I start lifting during the power plays because they're scoring a lot now when I'm lifting. Normally I would only lift weights when we get scored upon, but now they are continuing to score while I'm lifting. So at least the second half of the third period, I didn't put the weights down, and I was my arms are like limp spaghetti noodles. So finally, with like a minute and 2 seconds left, whatever it was left, we finally score, and I got to scream because my arms hurt. My arms are sore. I got to mow the grass tomorrow, and it's going to be all I could do to hold on to the wheel. Oh my God! What else did we see today? Forsling is one tough son of a bitch. All right, he got rocked, and he collected himself, and he came back out there, and still, the dude is like the $6 million bionic man. I've never seen anything like it. Now, the only downside, couple of downsides. Mark Stahl has definitely been a liability the last month. He didn't look good again tonight. Both goals he participated in. Okay, the first one was Duke getting beat down the middle, and then Mark Stahl left his man puck chasing. He left his man. That was the goal. And then the second goal, I forget exactly how it was. I had it in my head, but of course now it's gone. But he was involved in both goals. He hasn't looked great. I think age is kind of getting to him there. We can add players to the playoff roster. Okay, boy, I'd love to see Kiersted and or Carlson get an opportunity if Mark Stahl isn't quite getting it done. But right now we're winning despite that, so that's okay. The other thing is Duke, by the end of the game, got relegated to the 4th line. That's not going to cut it. I would like to see us call up Denisenko. Now, when he was up, he played well. He wasn't scoring, but he was getting chances. He just couldn't put in the back of the net. But he plays a nice, solid, two-way game. He's obviously got his health about him. He's a good, young, energetic player who only needs to find the net. Now, Duke ain't finding the net. And if you're going to talk about who's going to be on the 4th line, I think right now Denisenko will give you more than Duke. We're going to need guys to be called up for the playoffs anyway. Maybe giving Duke a couple of nights off. He don't look good, okay? He had kind of looked like he was getting a little bit better, but these last couple games, especially tonight, he's just a defensive liability. We can't have that in Maurice's system. So, I completely applaud the guy for coming back and attempting to play this season and on another team and in another system under different circumstances. You could probably hide his issues, but right now, with the way this team needs to play in a playoff run, it's he's standing out. So I don't think they're going to do that. I don't even know if we have the cap space to just bring up Denisenko. But for the playoffs, I know we get to add some guys. I'd like to see Denisenko, Kiersted, Carlson, at the very least, get added. I don't know how many guys we can add. So those are the three off the top of my head that I'd like to see have an opportunity to at least be the first guy off the bench. I know Casey Fitzgerald is up. I'd rather see Carlson or Kiersted in for Fitzgerald. So we'll see how that works out. We still gotta win. But like I said a couple games ago, I'm not looking back. Okay, up here, we're already in. All right, and I'm not even going to contemplate. I'm not even going to use the disclaimer on that. Up here, we're in, and I'm moving forward. All right. Oh my God, I'm so tired. My arms. We're having a great time on this stream, though. If you guys are only watching the recaps, even if you don't like to watch streams during the games, I grasp that. We do a little bit of a pregame. We stream during the game. We do the intermissions. So even if you guys just want to stop on hi, say hi during the intermission or the postgame. Tonight, Stu and I were on the postgame, and now Stu and Kyle are still streaming. Stop on in, say hi. Appreciate that. And Stu and I will be back in the morning. Then we got a hell of a week. A couple people asking me some questions. Yes. After hockey is over, I still make content. There's a lot of new subscribers, so they're not sure how it works for me over the summer. As soon as hockey is over, and by hockey I mean as soon as the cup is lifted, I'm going to take a couple days off, but I keep making hockey content, and that's when I'll dive back into some more detailed Dolphins videos, some football videos, so that by the time season starts next year, I'll be making full-time amounts of both. But the content doesn't start. A couple people had asked that question. So no, the content doesn't stop, I should say. We just keep on going. I'm going to sleep good. I was nervous. I'm not going to lie. I was nervous. I had Matthias all lined up to go on Twitter. I'm glad we didn't have to use it. Not tonight. 2-0-1 clinches us the 7 seed. If you beat Toronto, get the 2 points against Toronto, then all you need to do is get the overtime against the Canes, and we've got the 7 seed. So, if you want to win them all, it would be somehow kind of a freaking, I don't even know what you'd call it, to end the season on an 8-game winning streak. But, last thing I'll say is, Maurice said we want to be playing playoff hockey by the time we end the season. Well, here it is, right? Here it is. But, and this will be the last thing I'll say. This illustrates how difficult it really truly is to be 4 points out, 5 points out with even a couple of months left in the season and come back and make the playoffs. We've won 6 in a row, and we haven't clinched anything yet with 2 games. We still need to win 2 more games. So, and it wasn't like we were at one point 10, 12 points out. But we were pretty much in that 5-point category being out for a long time. And this just illustrates how difficult it is. It sounds like it's not a lot of points. But other teams get a point, get 2 points, a point, 2 points. It really, really is difficult to come back and play at this level this time of the year, because you've seen it out there on the ice. Washington got nothing to lose. They called a timeout when we took the lead, right? Ovechkin wasn't even on the ice, but they wanted revenge for us beating them in the playoffs last year, and they wanted to finish their season strong. I don't know exactly the game that Toronto's going to give us. I don't want to take it for granted. Kachuk, in his post-game comments, said, we're happy to be going back home. He basically, I'm not going to say he called out the fans, but he told the fans, y'all better bring it. Y'all better be ready to do something special, because we're ready, and we're going to need you. So no empty seats in that arena Monday or Thursday. I'll come down there and pop you upside the head myself if I could drive or fly or take any time off. But other than that, I would definitely come down and give you guys a stern talking to if there's empty seats. All right, let me go rescue Stu from the live stream. Big 2 points. We'll see you again in the morning.